Right, what we're going to do now is we have a complete offline version of the site to demo, so it's going to be a nice safe environment for playing around. We're going to go through the process of creating effectively a face for your organisation where you can have multiple people behind it actually piloting this face. We're then going to, with the mobile app, after you've asked a question, have people with the mobile app getting video directly to you. And we're also going to show you some tools that help facilitate you asking questions and getting this content back. So we're going to show you how to set up an organisational face which multiple members can get behind, ask a question, and then use the mobile to get some rich media content directly back. So let's see if we can sign in. We've already set up an account, our good old faithful unit test user. You would of course sign up as an individual, say John Smith. Now, I'm John Smith, but I also work for an organisation which is your magazine's brand. So what we can do is create a separate persona for the magazine brand, so that rather than me saying, oh, I'm John, look, this article, we actually have a face for our organisation. In the middle at the top here, we can create a hub. The hub we're going to create here is going to be called Mega Media, generic media name. I'm a media organisation, and I like media. So describe what we do. We get video from people that matter. Nice and generic. I can of course give a website and a brand logo. There are a few other options, which is how people should join the hub. I can either have this pretty much completely locked down, so I can say to other members of my organisation, oh, you can join Mega Media and join me as an admin. Or you can have it as a request to join. So people can say, oh, this is a hub about local community things. I want to get involved in that, so they can request to join. Because this is our organisational face, we're going to say invitation only. People can only trusted people can use this persona, this hub. Set default for new users. One of the cool things we can do is each hub, each organisational face can have different roles. So you might, for instance, have an intern who's working on some questions and bits in the background, but you don't want them to be able to click publish and use your organisational face. You want to work in the background, and then somebody who's an editor or administrator can actually say, yes, that content's good to go. So we're going to say the default role of this is administrator, because I might have like 2 or 3 people I really trust behind this hub. Next option, member requirement content visibility. If I'm a media organisation and I've got John Smith and Jane Doe and Charles Dickens working for me, well, that's not actually important. What matters is my brand identity. Who's piloting it is irrelevant. Some people could leave the company, join the company. What matters is my brand. So the list of people behind this hub, we're going to say this is going to be hidden. Who's behind this doesn't matter. This is my organisational face. We can also we can talk about the private content later. We're going to show you a mode of the site's use which is public. We're going to ask the world and get things in from the world, but it's also possible to have private communities where you can have small groups of sort of internal reporters and you can actually communicate and assign to those people. So we're going to say content should be public by default. Cool, we're ready to go. Let's create this hub. So here we are on the site. Mega Media. Here's my profile. We've got some head prompts. Now, Mega Media can now, what next? Well, we're going to ask for content. We've created our organisational face. Let's ask the world. What are we going to ask? Well, we hear that something's going on at the Innovation Centre in Canterbury, and we'd like some video. So, what's going on at the Innovation Centre? And we're interested particularly in some video. I mean, we could have people, sending some Twitter feeds in, something's going on, what? We want to see video. Maybe I've got a TV station I want to edit this for. Maybe I want some video so I can take some cut screenshots for a publication. Maybe I want images. Maybe I just want sound. But this time, I'm asking for video. We can have tags and things to help it search. We can attach our own media. For instance, I might have, I might see something at the top of the hill. There's some smoke. Look, I can see smoke on the horizon. anyone else there. So we can actually attach our own media. And this is kind of cool as well. Record from webcam and microphone. It's the ability to actually, because you know laptops have like little cameras in the top of them, you can literally click record, and there in front of your computer you can actually have a video recorded there and then. Can we have a preview of the Flash output? Is that working right there?
I don't think we can because we're offline.
Okay, no, that's there.
You can also add audio, so if you've got a radio show and you want some vox pops directly back, you can do it through the audio as well.
Yeah, you can choose between the two.
So we can attach our own media. We've got a location. You actually saw it at the top saying, do you want to show the location when we came to this page? Every item of content, whether it be you asking for content or content coming in, can have a geolocation. The map's not showing because of course we're in special offline demo mode, but effectively you can click on that. Every item of content has a location. And the cool thing about this is that if you set a request on Civicboom with a location, and people with the mobile app around that geographical area, but this person has asked for this, I can contribute. So the location is actually very important for people searching and also for alerts getting to the right people. And under advanced as well, we've got some other options. Because this is a question, I might have a due date. I might want content by the end of the week for publication. So I can say, yeah, I'm asking this question, but
could you show that? Could you just show the due date?
So you can actually also set times as well. And this is also cool. Automatically publish on. So imagine I've got a campaign running. So on the Monday morning, for the next 3 weeks, I'm going to be asking one question. Then the next Monday morning, I'm going to be asking, well, what do we think of this? And what the system can do is automatically publish at the right times. You can set up an entire campaign before and then walk away, and you know that all of your questions are going to be asked at the right times. A TV station was actually saying, hey, that's a really cool feature, because when their TV programme finishes, the question can be posted automatically at the end of the TV show. So it's little things to help you manage it. So let's post it. Let's ask the world. It's going to pop up quickly. You know, by the way, your mega media you're going to post as this, and it just reaffirms that 3 things are going to happen. One, this is going to appear on your boombox for all of your community to respond to, and we'll show you the boombox in a minute. It's a little sort of pre-built tool that you can put on your website to help facilitate getting these answers back. All of your Civicboom followers will be notified, so anybody that's actually interacted with your organisation before, bling, the mobile phone goes off and they're automatically alerted. They'll get an email that you're asking something new again. And also it's going to be available on Civicboom for everyone to see. So yes, let's post it. This question has now been asked on Civicboom, and it's gone out to the world. Greg here, who's actually been a follower of Mega Media, or someone who's just actually come to the site, can actually now see this request on his phone with the app.
Do you want to hand that round?
Can do, yeah.
We can show you.
This is the mobile app, so I've logged in as test user. And just getting some new requests here. That's the request we just set. And I can just hit respond. And that then creates the content, attachment video and audio, and publish it straight to the system. And that goes straight back. Do you want me to show you as well? Okay, cool.
Okay, so what Greg's going to do now is we're going to take a quick video of this room. It's not going to go anywhere, of course, because this is a nice, safe, offline version of the site. But from the native app, Greg can literally just record video. I'll go on to that opportunity.
We should have asked what chips are you using.
Yeah, what chips are in the Innovation Centre? So yeah, the videos are captured there and there. So all that's uploading and sort of going through our system and being processed. Let's actually start to explore how you can get people involved. You post it to the site, but what tools can you have for asking these questions? So let's go back to our profile on Mega Media. One of the ways that we can get content out is getting the boombox. Now the boombox is a small little embeddable component that you literally copy and paste some code and you put it in your web page. The data in the boombox, the questions that you've asked, will always be completely up to date with what's happening on Civicboom. It's not like you need to paste in the widget, the boombox every time. It just works. So we've got two flavours of these embeddable components. We've got the simple one, which you can actually adjust the size, the colours, and you've got the more animated one. So the animated boombox just shows the questions that you've asked, but it's animated, it scrolls, and you've got a little less control with the size and stuff. So you've got a choice. If you actually have a look at this standard boombox, here's my question: what's going on at the Innovation Centre? So we can click on that, and there and then people can actually, they can see a little bit about it. There could be a thumbnail there. There's actually a button, a respond now. They just hit respond now and take to the site. You can actually see cheekily that the response that did is actually already so people can actually see through this tiny window. The moment they click, then wham, they're on the side and they're involved. So cool little component there. Let's have a look at our the question that we asked again. So, what's going on in the Innovation Centre? We can see we've got a response. Let's have a look. Okay, so somebody has responded to our content. As I set the content, I've now got two choices. I can either say, wow, this is cool. I really want to use this video. I really want to use this image in print. Let's do it. I want this content and I want to put a big tick next to it saying, good. Or, while they're taking videos of puppies in New Yorkshire, I asked for the Innovation Centre, don't think this is really appropriate. So what you can do is you can actually say, I want to disassociate it. You're not deleting their content, it's perfectly valid to have videos of puppies, that's fine. But you don't want it associated with your original question. It's not on the brand, it's not on top of it. So, before we start making sweeping judgments, let's have a look at the video. So we can see a little web preview of the video here. Oh dear. So there's the video that's come back there and then. Notice actually we've got a link at the bottom. This is a very low quality sort of web preview version of the video. But the original one that the actual phone submitted, maybe I've got like a big HD camera or something, the original video that we submitted is still available on our system. So without any transcoding or any sort of loss of quality, you can actually get the original media content, potentially do some editing with as well. Let's close that. I'm really happy with that video. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab it. Let's go. So what this is doing is it's a little bit of information about what's going to happen. An email is going to be sent out to you as an organisation with details about the licensing, how this content can be used. All of the content by default is under the Creative Commons Attributed license, which means that any item of content uploaded by Civicboom, as long as you attribute it to the original source and say this came from Bob in Margate, then cool, you can use it commercially. An email also gets fired to the original contributor saying, "Yo, congratulations, this media organisation wants to use your content," and the content gets locked. In other words, once you've said this is good, they can't then just creep in and start changing the text and changing the images and stuff. Once you've locked it, it's locked, it's approved. So let's say yes, approve and lock, and bang, there we go. The content is frozen on Civicboom, and we've shown you the flow of being able to ask a question, the widget to potentially get people involved, and then a response.
Just one other thing, you want to, because some of your print publications.
Oh yes, if we click on, we talked about the widget for asking the question. Check this out. If you click on link or embed, so that's off to the side. This is experimenting with cool new ways of popping up dialogues. This is bleeding edge development stuff. So we can link to it, that's cool. We can embed it in a page. So if you've got an existing web page, do you remember the widget we looked at? And the response was actually there on the widget, but it was in this tiny little box, and you really didn't have much room to format it. You can actually embed it directly into a web page. So as people respond and stuff, your web page can dynamically update with the responses. So it's a really cool way of injecting it into pages. But also, we've got a QR code. You can put this QR code in print on your own website or whatever on a poster, and anyone with a mobile phone can scan it and they'll be taken directly to the question that you've asked.
This is quite, we were trying to think of a way of bridging, taking the offline, online, in a simple way, because it's all very well having a system online, but how do you get people to engage when they're actually reading? And the QR code is the perfect example of how to do that. So you could have a campaign, or you could have a feature, or whatever, and you could say, get involved, send us your video, send us your images, do you want to be in the next edition? There it is. And that QR code will link to, that will then link to that request. Are we looking for this, I'm now putting you on the spot, QR codes for hubs as well, so if people want to follow that?
Yes, that's already implemented. Your actual organisational face already has can have a QR code as well, so you can direct people towards it. And as a bonus on top of that, our website can automatically detect if you're coming from a mobile device. So if somebody scans this in the street, a poster or something, and they're doing it on a mobile phone, we've actually got this website that you're seeing in the background. We've got an entire mobile site to contribute content from as well that will work on generic phones. Proviso to that, at the moment we're still working on the iPhone native app because Apple don't allow you to actually select files. Although you can contribute content, you can't upload videos until the native iPhone app is released, and it'll be a couple of weeks. So iPhone's coming. Stay tuned. So that's the rough flow. I'm just going to mention the last couple of things about the API and how you can get alerts to this. We've got this question that's been asked. Now I might be really interested in the responses to my question, and I might want alerts for them. Who's used or heard of RSS before? Okay. This little icon in the corner, you see it a lot, things like on the BBC website or other sort of news sites. It's an international standard for basically streaming alerts and content. So you can subscribe with standard tools, whether it be on your mobile phone or on your desktop, to the RSS feed of this item of content. So when anyone responds, you can effectively get an alert. So the feed looks quite boring here, but the point is that this is a standard data format that you can use software to get those alerts. So you might have like one person in the organisation interested in the responses from one thing, and another person, member of the organisation, interested in responses to another. So it gives you a really flexible way of doing that. You as a hub as well, people can subscribe to the RSS feed for you. So as you create more content, again, they get notified. Really, really useful tool. So if we go up to the top here, we've seen it in HTML, we've seen it as a web page, we've seen it as RSS, but check this out. Let's see it in a data format called JSON. Now, this might be like, oh my god, what's that? But everything you saw on the web page, the little avatar of Mega Media, the actual content, the title, what's going on at the Innovation Centre, it's all openly accessible data. If ever you need to potentially use this data for something else, poking it into other applications, it's all open and available. Our entire website is built on this open API. Our entire mobile phone is built on this open API. So the cool thing is that other developers can actually start to create cool things as well. So it's not just we have a widget, we have a platform, contribute to us. People can start to hook in and create their own bits, and we're really hoping that with the API and having sort of this global aspiration, people can start to create applications that visualise our data and input data into our system. It should be pretty cool. So, whistle-stop tour there.